Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Lovely people out there, hello, I'm from Berlin. We stand for respect and tolerance and acceptance. We stand for a colorful society. We stand up when it's about so-called racism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, whatever isms, always hateful things against humans, we stand up against it. And the German association Gesicht zeigen does this as well. They go to schools and work with teachers and students and have campaigns, and this is a successful society association, that works for a colorful Germany, colorful Europe, the colorful world with fairness. Okay, that's enough. Let's have a quick, powerful yoga session for legs, arms, hands, and for your stability, your face, your action. Let's start. We start today with a breathing exercise to give our lungs a better resistance against whatever comes. Viruses, bacteria, and especially for us smokers, sorry to say that, it's so important to give the lungs the minimum of resistance back through breathing exercises. You can sit wherever you want. I love to sit on the ground. If you're a chair sitter, remain on a chair, or whatever you need to give your back the chance to be somehow straight, right? You don't have to be over straight because otherwise you're too much strength, but you can kind of like say, where's the middle part between round back and overstretch back. Find your own balance. Easy to say, but you find it. So you can kind of like move a bit. And let's start with a nice and soft but quick session of Kapalabhati. This is a pumping breathing exercise. Everybody who did some yoga knows it, but everybody who doesn't know that, doesn't matter, it's quickly understood. Everybody can do that. So it's kind of like a quick exhalation as if you sneeze or cough. Let's make like very quick. Really, like if you kind of like are shocked by somebody's kind of like scaring you, whatever. Very quick, you pump the air out of your body. And you can do it in whatever rhythm fits to you. I do it quicker, do you it on your rhythm, and when you feel kind of like these piercing feeling here, like joggers have sometimes, breathe normally and jump on for the next round, because we do 3 rounds. First round, I only do 20 pumps, then I do a break, retaining the air, and then starting again for the second round. I propose 30 pumps, you do whatever you like, more or less, and then we'll make a third round. So, have a good seat. I would also propose to close your eyes while you do it, and try not to think too much, and try not to pull your shoulders. Kind of like try to keep that relaxed. Let's do 3 normal breathing cycles before we start. Inhale very normally and exhale normally, but completely. Have a deep inhalation and a complete exhalation. Another big inhalation. And a complete exhalation. Then let's start with a normal inhalation, not too deep. And then let's start with a pumping exhalation. And after the 20th time, fully exhale. Complete inhalation. Retain the air for a moment. And slowly let the air go. And 3 normal in and exhalation circles before we start with the second round. Let's get back to the pool position. And let's start with the second round, pardon. Close your eyes and start whenever you are feeling fit for it. And when you have 30 or less, full exhalation and complete inhalation. Keep the air in, maybe a bit longer as before. And slowly exhale. 3 normal inhalation, exhalation cycles. And if you still want more, there's a third round waiting. Normal inhalation, let's start whenever you like. I do 40 pumps. When you're ready, exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Retain the air. Hold it. And whenever it's fine, release the air slowly. And normal breathing cycles. If you want, I propose change your legs. If you have a certain style where you put your legs, never forget to change it from time to time. Yes, I know, I dislike it too, but change legs, because we do another quicker, shorter breathing exercise. And this is an exercise to widen your lung capacity. So at first, maybe you felt it, or you have to use a tissue to clean your nose. Kapalabhati is kind of like massaging also the tiny lung bubbles and to get rid of whatever is in there. So it's moving it up. On the other hand, it's supporting your lung capacity of self-defense. The next exercise is to widen the lung capacity. And the same thing, do this exercise for you. You don't have to fulfill anything. When you feel dizzy or whatever, just jump out of the train and get on it when you feel better. Same procedure, pool position, straight back. And we start with an exhalation, and we also use our body to exhale and to let your chest fall to the front, that you really press out the entire air in your body. Inhale, and when you exhale, let your body sink to the front, fully exhale, exhale, until nothing is left in your body. And then come back with your body, inhale. Inhale again. And inhale again when there's still some space. Keep the air a moment. And slowly in slow-mo, release the air. Three normal in and exhalation circles. Always make breaks after these breathing exercises. It's intense. Let's do a second one. Start with the exhalation. Exhale, let your body drop to the front and try to get rid of every air in your body. When you inhale, lift your body. Inhale. Inhale a second time. And there's still some space. Inhale a third time. Keep the air. Hold it. And when you're ready, in slow motion, let the air out. 3 normal breathing cycles. See if you still sit straight. And let's do a third one. Exhale, drop your body to the front. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your body. Inhale again. And inhale, one more. Keep the air. Hold it a moment. And in slow motion, let the air go. How was it? I hope you feel activated. And I was a bit sweaty after breathing exercise. Don't jump up too early. Let's first relax our legs and put the hands slightly away from you and let your legs drop to the right and to the left. Relax your hip a bit. It's always good. Even when you are a lotus-used yogi, you like that from time to time. And then grab your knees and roll back and forth to massage the spine a bit. And after the third time, we jump up. And try not to put your feet on the ground when you roll. And I use my hands, so jump up. It's okay for your circulation? Well, fine. So, let's see how far I can split here. Okay. We have this. When you put the feet in the ground, right? We have the 3 points. One point is almost behind our big toe, where the foot is. The other one is between the toes. Between the pinky toe and the next toe, I forgot the name. And the third point is the heel. So when you push your feet in the ground, see if there's kind of like a fist space between your feet. And try to let the outlines of your feet being parallel. That means you feel maybe slightly inward, right? Yeah. So what happens is you push the 3 points of your feet behind pinky toe, behind big toe, and the heel in the ground and try to balance the weight. Try to really give all the 3 points the same weight of your body. And now comes the next step is engage your booty, your hip. Really strengthen that, flex it. And you feel your legs turning back inwards, right? Well, this is outward, this is inward. Now we have the balance, and now we have a very stable stand, right? But what we usually do is we forget the hip, we forget the booty. So we have kind of like a too much curved back. This is back pain causing very often. So engage your hip. Whenever you stand, when you do dishes, whatever, engage your hip. Think of it. Now we have the powerful mountain pose basis. Nothing, everything can come, wind, whatever. Now I lift my shoulders to my ears, shoulders back and down with your arms. Keep your hip, keep your booty engaged, press down the arms and tuck your chin. As if somebody, or when you take your index finger on your chin and push your head back, but don't look down. Still keep the same focus point on the wall, for example, and then just push your head back. From the side, this affects like this. Look, I'm looking to the front as everybody does. And index finger on my chin makes this. Good for my neck. Feet pushing down, hip engaged, arms down, shoulders back, chin tucked. This is straight, right? Very good. Hold a moment. Hold a moment. And then we make a step with our right foot to the front. And give the back foot is on 10 o'clock, my front foot on 12 o'clock. And try that you have kind of like a stable standing, and you can still bring your hip showing my direction. So, hip is showing my direction. I feel it intense here on my back foot. And try to press the outline of your back foot into the ground as well. And you can shift with the bending of your knee. Yeah? The deeper you go, the better it is somehow. But your edge decides how deep you go. Okay, I do it a half pose. Put the hands in your hip and see that you really can bring the hip showing in my direction. Engage the hip. Hold a moment. And then slowly lift your arms up. Slowly let your arms sink. Fold your hands behind your back. Push up to the shoulders and pull down the arms and open your chest and tuck your chin. And keep your hip engaged. And give yourself some time to breathe yourself into this chest opening posture. With the next exhalation, let your body sink to the front. And if your belly or chest hitting your thigh, bring your arms over your head. And if you like, look under your legs back and let your arms sink into my direction. And breathe into this posture. And if you have enough, slowly move up with the next inhalation. Lift your shoulders again and pull your arms down, put out your chest and engage your hip. Very good. Slowly open your arms. Lift your arms up and slowly bend forward. And keep the left hand on the ground, and when you inhale, bring your right arm up. Bend leg in the front. And slowly bring the right arm back and bring the latter foot a bit more to the back, and let's go to one-legged dog, right leg up. Very high up with the right leg. A bit higher up and stretch this leg. Stretch it and keep the hip closed so the heel goes up. A bit higher, feel your booty. And slowly let your legs sink. Bring the left leg up. A bit higher, and make a big step with your left foot between your hands. Re-engage the right back foot now. The right back foot is now on 2 o'clock. Slowly lift up and give your left leg a bending you like today. See what your hip makes. If your hip is still looking my direction. You can also sometimes lift the front toes, also lift the back toes sometimes, and push the right side, the outline of your foot, of your right foot, especially into the ground. If you feel your knee now, lift your toes. Hold it a moment. Slowly bring your arms up. Slowly let your arms sink. Fold your hands. Pull your arms down, shoulders back. Engage your hips. And give yourself a big open chest to inhale and enjoy this opening posture. For the next exhalation, slowly lean forward. And if your belly or chest hits your thigh, let your head sink. Look back through your legs and let your arms sink over your head. And with the next inhalation, slowly lift your body up. Bring your shoulders up, back and down again. Engage your hip and open your chest again. And slowly open your arms, lift your arms up. And with the next exhalation, slowly sink to the front. Hands on the ground. Now we keep the right hand on the ground with the next inhalation. Left arm up. And slowly back. Put the right foot more away from you. Put the hands on the ground and one-legged dog. Now with the left leg first. Left leg up. And now this leg a bit higher. Stretching, heel out. Hold it a bit. And slowly make a big step with the left foot. And now keep the back foot on the ground. The back foot on the toes, and lift the body up. Try to keep the back leg straight. On my toes. My back heel is lifted. My front foot is completely on the ground. And slowly now bend the back leg, the right leg, and try to hit with the knee on the ground. And lift again. Do it again. Slowly sink down, tipping the mat with your right knee, and lift up again. And third time, down, tipping the right knee and stretching up again. Hold it a moment. And with the next exhalation, lean forward, pull the hands on the ground. One-legged dog, left leg goes back up. Left leg goes back down. Right leg goes back up. Right leg step to the front. Back heel is lifted. Inhale, body's coming up. Hold it. And see that you can really stretch the back leg. Slowly let yourself sink. Left leg is tipping the ground. And up again, stretching. Again, left leg hitting the ground. And up again. Once more. Left leg down, knee tipping on the ground. Leg up. And with the next exhalation, slowly let yourself drop to the front. One-legged dog with the right leg first. And down. Left leg up. Step between your hand with your left leg. And now let the back leg sink and stretch the foot away from you. See that this ankle here is not sharp. So bring the foot so much to the front. that your knee is always above your heel or above your ankle. And then you can lift yourself, kind of like pushing up from the knee. And when you are still here and shaking, try to exhale and let your hip sink into my direction. But now engage the hip again. Imagine if you pull the right knee to the front and the left heel back. Try this. Just like pull. Nothing happens, but you feel it, right? Keep it always in this posture. Good stretch. When you inhale, bring your arms up. And cactus means elbows go to the side and back. If you still feel well, hold it here. Or if you want to go a bit further, you can close your hands, stretch up and lean back. So I close my hands over my head and lean back. Slowly come back to cactus. Bring the arms on the ground, around your foot, and slowly pull your hip back, but press the front heel in the ground, so only toes are lifting. Left heel still in the ground, and I'm hanging here in a half height, right? My left leg is stretched. So I stop here, don't sit down, I stop here. If you want, you can walk a bit in the direction of your foot, but you don't have to kiss your shin, yeah? Try to keep your back straight. So when I bow down and want to hit my knee, I have a round back. I don't need that. So my ending of my flexibility is here. When I go deeper, my back would round. You can have a trick. Pull your left hip back. Pull the hip of your front leg back. So you have a bit more space, right? So I remain here for a moment. And then slowly let the entire hip sink on your back foot. Imagine you're a chicken and you want to sit comfortably on one of your precious eggs. So I'm sitting on my heel, pulling my toes into my direction. Left leg is stretched. And then slowly with the exhalation, walk with your hands in the direction of your foot, but stop before your back rounds. As well here. Hold it a moment. If you want, you can also put your hands on your feet, on your toes, but don't make a round back. Keep the back straight, but go as deep as you like. And then slowly let's change the legs. I bring my hands close to my knees, move my hip up, and change legs. Left leg back, right leg to the front. And try to figure out where your knee is, that your knee is really over your ankle. And slowly push yourself up with the help of the knee and your arms. And then start with the same thing again. First, let yourself sink to the front until you feel, oh, here's ending. Engage your hip and imagine you pull your front foot back and your leather knee to the front. So push both to the center. You are not moving because you're on the yoga mat and gravitation keeps you there. But you're moving, you are really using the muscles we want to really use. If you are fine, slowly open your arms. And when you exhale, elbows out, cactus pose. Very intense, right? But very good, I love it. Hold it a moment And when you still want to go a bit further, inhale, put the hands together, stretch your arms, stretch very high, and when you exhale, lean back. And slowly come back. Put the hands or your fingers on the ground. Push the front heel deep in the ground. Move your head back until your right leg is stretched and your toes coming up. Okay. I'm remaining here in this half. Deeper I can go. My right leg is stretched. My right heel pushing in the ground. And I feel the stretch already behind my leg. You too, right? And here you can work with your right leg. Try to bring your right hip back. Pull your right hip back. And then you can slowly, with every exhalation, sink deeper on your right thigh without curving your back. And then slowly sink back to sit comfortably on the other heel. I need my towel. Right leg is stretched on the ground, right toes looking in my direction. Stretch your back, and with the exhalation, wander with your fingers to the front and see. Go as deep as you like with every exhalation. You can go a bit further without rounding your back. And slowly lift your body, bring both hands beside your feet. Push back your left leg and one-legged dog, right leg up and left leg up. And slowly bring the legs more to the back until you have a plank pose. And put the elbows on the ground. And I'm very dark from this side, doesn't matter. And hold it a moment. Better to make a tiny curve if you push your belly or your back to the ceiling a bit. But don't hang down, right? Keep it better like a mountain. Hold it a moment. Hold it a moment. And if you're still up there, bring your left hand closer to your right hand and go on your left side of your foot and keep your side up. If you want, you can stretch your arm up, and if you still want, you can also lift your right leg. Slowly let everything drop. Come back to the center. And change the side. Right hand, wander to the left hand. You go on your right foot side. Left side showing up. I can lift my left arm up. If you still have the balance, try to lift your left leg. Hold it. And slowly let it sink. Come to the center. And let the entire body drop. And also let one of your face sides drop on the mat and give yourself some breathing cycles, relaxing into the ground. Or have a sip of water from time to time. Is it time? Okay. With the next inhalation, I lift my head, go to the front, lift my head, push the top of my feet in the ground, push them very hard in the ground. so that your kneecaps are lifting. Yeah. And engage your hip. And with the next inhalation, keep everything engaged. Lift your body. Bring the arms to the side, elbows out, cactus again. And try to lift your hands and your elbows. And hold a moment. If you are still fine, bring the arms to the front. Stretch your arms in my direction. If you're still fine, you can also move your arms up and down. Then you can also lift your feet and move up and down. Like a swimming duck. Hold a bit. And then everything drop. And put the other side of your face on the mat. And let's relax for a couple of breathing cycles. And you can also kind of like make a sound when you exhale after an exercise. That's always good. And then slowly lift your body, bend your knees, grab your feet with your hands, the top of your feet. And now we start first with push your heels into your hip. And then push back with your feet so that you lift your body. And then push even a bit more back with your feet that your knees are lifting. You can see it here. First body, then the knees. Lift and try to keep your knees close together. You can also roll back and forth, right and left, the boat. Even a bit higher and let it drop. But before we relax, push yourself slowly back into a cozy child pose. And let the entire body drop on your thighs. If you are pregnant or if you have more belly than I have, open your legs in child pose, right? You know that. Really, open your legs that you feel comfortable. Whatever, you have more here. It's the same, almost the same posture. It's for your lower back. If you cannot hit the ground with your forehead, no problem. Use a fist. When it's still not enough, use 2 fists. And when it's not enough, use a 3rd fist or a block or a book. It can be like this, no problem. When this helps you to put your hip on your heels, fine, do that. And the rest is still breathing with the belly on the thighs, shoulders melting to the sides. And with the next inhalation, slowly lift your body. Take your left arm, and with the next exhalation, let your left arm sink to the ground and let it run like a speedboat in front of your knees to the right. And slowly let your entire body drop back on the thighs, and your left shoulder is somehow in front of your knees. If you are still fine here, deep on the ground. With next inhalation, lift your right arm up to the ceiling, bring it as far away your body you like. And with the next exhalation, turn your hand out and then let your arm slip down your back. And see if you find your left thigh on the other side. And try to open your chest more to the ceiling. And bring your right shoulder as much back to the left as you can. And hold it a moment. And slowly bring back your right arm to the ceiling. Right arm down. Push yourself up slowly. Left arm goes very far back behind you. And down on the ground. And the other side. Right arm goes up. And like a speedboat in front of your knees to the left. And let your entire body sink as deeply on your thighs as possible. You can also do that with open legs, right? Everybody knows that. Inhale, left arm up. Turn around your hand. Let your arm drop behind your back. And try, if you find your right thigh with your left hand behind your back. Then try to open your chest to the ceiling a bit more. Try to push your left shoulder behind you. And slowly entangle that left arm up, left arm on the ground. Inhale, right arm removing. Anti-diagonally behind you, opening. And back. And now we're sitting on our heels. And now I do one big, great posture. It's for the top of your feet. We use very often. Sit on your heels, slowly lean back until your knees are lifting. When you can also lift your hands, so I'm only sitting on my top of my feet. And if you want, you can put your hands together in front of your chest and hold it as long as you like. And slowly let your knees sink. Lift your hip and sit yourself on your toes. The anti-posture. See that the tiny pinky toe, yeah, also needs this stretching. You can move the feet from right to left if you want. And we have one more. I sit again on my heels, top of the feet pushing in the mat. And now for everybody who loves pumps, this is our posture. Hands beside your knees, lift your hip, lift your knees. Okay, now you can decide how far you want to go to stretch your toes and the top of your feet. And all these muscles inside your foot. And slowly sink down and sit again on your toes. This is good, right? And yeah, see that your toes are well stretched in the other direction. And now I put my fingers beside my knees and slowly push my hip up and let my heels sink and stretch one leg after the other leg. Right leg stretching, left leg stretching. One at a time. If you don't hit the ground with your fingers, have blocks, books, or even chair, right? And move your hip with this movement. And now keep your legs bent. Put your hands, both hands, around your right foot. Fingers under my foot. Thumbs on top of my right foot. And with the next inhalation, when you move up, take your right foot and your right leg with you. So, see how good your balance is today. Yeah? Balance also means you can shake. You can also kind of like fall out of the balance. It's very normal. It's not a shame, it's normal. This is a posture for. I'm sure I'm falling out of the balance as well. Slowly try to stretch your leg to the front and push your right hip back. When you push your right hip back, you have a bit more space to stretch your leg. See? Now my hip is very much to the front. Now I push my right hip back, and that helps me to more stretch my right leg. And if you're great, try to stretch the standing leg as well. So you see I'm not so great, I keep it bent. Hold it. Hold it a moment. And keep the leg where it is. Open your arms. Keep the leg. Hold it. Hold it a moment. Keep balance with your arms to the side if you want. Or bring your hands together over your head with straight arms. Bend the front leg. Keep it in the air. Lean forward. And then push the right leg back. And the hands and arms in my direction. And keep a straight legs. And slowly back. Right leg up. And let everything drop. And move your legs a bit. In German we say schlackeln. With next exhalation, lean forward, bend your legs. Take your left foot, move your body up, and keep your left foot in your hand and your left knee up. Wait a moment until you have the balance, and if not, doesn't matter. Push the left foot into my direction, push the left hip back, and try to let the left leg stretch and hang in your hands. Try to keep the back straight. I know, so many things to do, right? And now, let your leg fly. Bring your arms up if you like. With the exhalation, bend your left leg. Keep it in the air. Lean forward. Push the left leg back and arms in my direction. Keep the back leg straight as possible. And slowly back. Left leg in front up and let everything drop. Cool. Open your legs a bit. Grab your knees. Let yourself hang on your knees like this. And let the left shoulder drop to the front. And see where your feet are better. 12 o'clock, 11, 1 o'clock, 10, 2 o'clock. It's your decision. See what your knees say, right? And then let the shoulders, one after another, drop into my direction. Or if you're preparing for a beautiful selfie in front of the mirror, really let yourself fall into this nice twist. Slowly stretch your legs. Make a bit bigger step. So let's say one leg length. I go with my feet on 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and you decide what your knees say, right? Okay. With the next exhalation, let's see if we see it here. I sink down to sit on a kind of like virtual chair. What usually happens, my knees have a dramatic drop, and I don't want that. Knees, try to keep the knees above the ankles. That works when you push your hip back, engage your hip very much, and then try to lift your body. So the more, so keep the knees over your ankles. It takes a while. If you feel your knees, lift your toes or do a bit less. You decide how deep you go. The deeper the better, but not for everybody. So keep that hip engaged and try to lift your body as if you have an almost straight back here. Hold it. And also move a bit right and left, slowly. And with the next inhalation, slowly stretch your legs. Exhale. With the next inhalation, slowly stretch your arms up. Star pose. And this is such an amazing, great posture. We do a second one. Exhale, hands together and sinking deeply on the chair. And you can shake from right or left. You can also jump a bit, up and down. Also stretch your arms to the side and pull the arms back into your shoulders, but don't lift the shoulders, right? Shoulders down and arms as if your spine would pull the arms to the center of your body. And move a bit more. Keep that. Shoulders are pulling the arms in. Another one, and slowly stretch your legs. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, slowly stretch your arms up. And a third one, palms together, sinking down. And if you want, you can also go on your toes. Shake a bit more, whatever, and you can jump a bit up and down. And slowly let your heels sink, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, and with the next exhalation, lean forward until your hands hitting the ground or your fingers. Correct your feet so that your toes are now almost 12 o'clock for almost everybody. But always ask your own knees, what would they say? I recommend a block or a book, or elongated fingers, as I have. And keep it straight back and look in my direction. Inhale. When you exhale, round your back, look through your legs back. Again, inhale. Straight back. Exhale, round back. Do your own rhythm several times. Inhale and exhale. And when you have next time a straight back, lift the arms to the side and pull your shoulder, pull your arms in again. This minimal posture. Here you can see it maybe a bit. Pull the arms into the shoulder sockets and keep it very strong. Keep it. Maybe you feel vibration in your shoulder as I do. And with the next exhalation, let your arms drop and swing like pendulums. And I go zigzag to let my feet meet in the center. I still have rolled, I still have bent knees, and roll myself slowly up. Stretch my arms to the ceiling and let my arms sink. And I bend my knees for last time and make circles. Give your legs and knees a relaxing, tiny movement. Also, use your feet for this massage. Find a massage for them. We have almost the entire body. this was a power round. Who still wants a bit more, go to the pump yoga show I have on my canal. And if you need a final relaxation, with a break of 1.5 minutes, we prepare a bit darkness here, and it's autogenic training through your journey through your body. Very slow, very soft. Switch off the tone if you need a own relaxation. If not, keep online, take a towel, find a comfortable spot for 10 minutes. I talk slowly and softly for 10 minutes and then I let you alone for 5 minutes, and then I slowly wake you up with our jingle. If you like that show, please say that on my YouTube channel. If you want more charity shows, or you need a certain association being supported by us, you can send us ideas. And if you really want to donate, you can donate directly to Gesicht zeigen or to my account. We make a fair share of our monthly income with all the PayPal euros or dollars, what we ever receive. We make a big share for these associations. Last month was for Wir Packen's An, and they do a very fantastic help for people in refugee, the most precarious situations. I have no idea how these angels can work in such a hard atmosphere, and they really do it by heart, and we want to support these fantastic groups who are engaged in a better world, in a more fair world, in a more colorful world. I think light and love will win. Help us. Thank you, and maybe we see in 1.5 minutes. Otherwise, we see in my next shows, Power Yoga Show English next week Thursday, Power Yoga Show German. We have outdoor shows at the moment, but we have the soft yoga classes, chair yoga, office yoga, pump yoga. There's somehow yoga for everybody. Hope to see you soon. And Gesicht zeigen, yes.
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya.
And after all these exercises, I let my body drop into the ground. Let everything become heavy, heavy arms, heavy legs, heavy hips, and heavy shoulders, heavy head. And with every exhalation, try to let another part of your body drop deep into the ground. And relax all the muscles who are still engaged. Maybe they hold your legs. See what the muscles in your eyebrows do. Relax the muscles in your lips and your face. I relax my feet, my toes, my heels, my soles, my ankles, my calves, my shins, my knees, my thighs, and my hips, my feet, my toes, my soles, my ankles, my calves, my shins, my knees, my thighs, and my hips are relaxed. I relax my belly, my chest, my shoulders, my neck, my spine, my blades, and my vertebrae, my belly, my chest, my shoulders, my neck, my spine, my shoulder blades, and my vertebrae are relaxed. I relax my fingers, my hands, my palms, my wrists, my underarms, my elbows, my upper arms, and my armpits.
fingers, my hands, my palms, my wrists, my lower arms, my elbows, my upper arms, and my armpits are relaxed. I relax my face, my chin, my lips, my teeth, my tongue, my jar, my nose, my cheeks, my eyes, my eyebrows, my forehead, and my ears are relaxed. I relax my head, my hair, my skull, my brain, my thoughts, my mind, and my spirit. My head, my hair, my skull, my brain, my
Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Om